People with manipulative friends, why are you friends with them? I met Jessica in college and she was magnetic. Everyone loved her immediately. Professors, classmates, random people at parties. She had this way of making you feel like the most interesting person in the room. We became best friends within weeks. Jessica was brilliant, funny, and always knew exactly what to say. She'd remember tiny details from months-old conversations and bring them up at perfect moments. But small things started bothering me. Jessica would tell different versions of the same story to different people, adjusting details to get the reaction she wanted. She'd claim to love things she privately hated, just to be more likable. When I pointed this out, she'd laugh and say everyone does it. I started wondering if I was being too rigid about honesty. I noticed Jessica had a talent for finding people's insecurities and either exploiting or fixing them, depending on what she needed. She'd befriend lonely girls, become their perfect companion, then slowly isolate them until she was their only support. With guys she wanted to date, she'd research their interests and become temporarily obsessed. She dated a hiker and suddenly became outdoorsy with expensive gear and trail knowledge. The day they broke up, she sold everything and never mentioned hiking again. Most disturbing was watching her manage our friend group like chess pieces. She'd share secrets to create drama, then position herself as the mediator. She'd encourage relationships she could control and sabotage ones that threatened her influence. During senior year, Jessica wanted a prestigious scholarship. There were 5 finalists, and she systematically eliminated her competition over 6 months. She convinced one girl the program wasn't worth it, that she'd be happier traveling. Another got rejected after someone anonymously reported plagiarism from freshman year, plagiarism Jessica had helped her fix originally. I watched Jessica destroy these opportunities while maintaining perfect relationships with her victims. They actually thanked her for support during their disappointments. When Jessica won, I confronted her. Instead of denying it, she said, "I was wondering when you'd figure it out." She laid out exactly what she'd done, step by step, like she was proud. No guilt, no justification, just detailed explanation of how she'd identified and exploited each weakness. The difference between me and everyone else is that I do intentionally what other people do accidentally. I just do it better. I asked if she felt bad about ruining lives. Jessica looked genuinely confused. I didn't ruin anything. I just won. They could have been smarter. That's when I realized Jessica wasn't capable of empathy. She understood emotions intellectually and could replicate them perfectly, but didn't actually feel them. Here's the weird part. I decided to stay friends with her. Once I understood Jessica's rules, our friendship improved. I stopped expecting her to care like normal people and started appreciating what she actually was. Brilliant, strategic, and honest about her motivations once you knew how to see them. Jessica respects that I figured her out. She doesn't try to manipulate me anymore because she knows it won't work. Instead, she asks my advice on whether her schemes might hurt people in ways she can't calculate. I've become her conscience. When she wants to do something genuinely damaging, I tell her, and she usually listens. Not from guilt, but because she values my opinion. We're still best friends 15 years later. Jessica is successful in corporate consulting where her skills are valued. She has a husband who thinks she's perfect because she's crafted herself to be his ideal partner. She's never betrayed me, never lied to me, never used me for anything other than friendship. She's the most reliable person I know because I understand exactly how her mind works. People think I'm crazy for staying friends with someone who has no empathy, but Jessica has never pretended to be something she's not, at least not with me. That's more honest than most people manage.